Good morning, bedcrimers. T here of Bedcrime Stories. I hope you're having a great day so far. I was planning to go down to the courthouse to observe opening statements in Lori Daybell's trial, but unfortunately, my dad is in the hospital and his hemoglobin numbers have dropped, so I don't feel safe heading down there. I need to keep an eye on him. But I wanted to put out this video today because I was re-listening to an interview. Well, it wasn't really an interview. It was a panel on Queen Bee that Chris Proudfoot turned up on. And he said some very interesting things. Number one, about the lights at 3 a.m. He was insistent and absolutely sure that those were garbage trucks. Of course, we know that since then, his own private investigator, Steve Fisher of SF Investigates, has come out to say, I think it was on Laura Lodge, that those are absolutely not trash trucks. But I want you to listen to how Chris makes his case for why those lights are garbage trucks. Basically, he says things that are untrue because we've been told by people in the neighborhood in Hendersonville, Tennessee, that the garbage trucks typically do not turn up until 5 a.m. And then there is another very telling statement that Chris Proudfoot makes, and you have to listen to the end of that clip. They'll be talking about things like Halloween candy, but at the very end, he shares an old Native American saying, and to me, it's basically, in my opinion, an admission that Sebastian is not alive. Allegedly, this is my opinion again, but I don't think it's a coincidence that Chris shares that saying on this panel. I think it was him slipping, leaking some truth. My ears just perked up when I heard it, and I was shocked because I had not heard this before. The other thing I want to talk about is the people on this panel joke a lot, and Chris Proudfoot is there shooting the shit with them, laughing, having a good old time, and the people on the panel go on and on about how all the rest of us who find it sort of disturbing that Chris seems to enjoy being on these channels, laughing, telling jokes, talking, when he's got a missing child. Granted, it's his stepchild, but think about it. Like, if you had a missing child, are you going to want to spend your spare time sitting on a panel for hours, laughing, kicking it with strangers? To me, that would not happen. I mean, I think of Polly Klaas and her father. You know that man was desperate to find his child. Do you think he would have gone on a YouTube show and laughed about things and cracked jokes while his child was missing? It wouldn't have happened. So yeah, we are concerned when we see Chris having a good time, laughing, sharing jokes, just chilling. It is concerning. I'm sorry, you can call me an idiot, you can call me whatever, but I'm going to stand by it. If my child is missing, I'm not going to be spending any of my spare time just hanging around YouTubers who aren't doing anything to try and help me find my child. If it's a waste of time, I'm not going to be doing it. The only goal should be finding that child. So yeah, it's disturbing. But anyway, I'm going to play those clips for you now. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time on Bedcrime Stories. After you listen to the clips, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out my new membership tiers. I have 3 of them now, so if you want to support the work I do and help me out here, and if you want me to do other cases, it would really help if I had more memberships, because then I'm not so dependent on trying to get more views on certain videos. If you have a base foundation of members, you can have the freedom to cover any and all cases, even if your videos don't get that many views. So I would very much appreciate it.
For you.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I always had visions of me just giving kids handfuls of candy. So now I just go to my daughter's house and do it in town.
So where we used to live compared to where we live now. Now, like I said, it's so dark in the subdivision, it doesn't matter. I think last year we had one trick-or-treater. One. Oh yeah, where we used to live in Cambridge Farms up in Gallatin. If you don't buy probably 20 pounds of candy, you're gonna be out fast. Because I swear, I'm pretty sure everybody just makes this deal. Let's all go to Cambridge Farms and let's just trick or treat.
I think we
Thousands
I
and
think we went
thousands of
there one
children.
year. I swear we went there one year.
Well, every year.
Grace said, have you guys been back home yet?
What was that?
Grace said, have you guys been back home? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. He's just asking.
It's a holiday. I'll let it. He'll know what that means. It's a holiday.
Gray, come up here.
Somebody in the chat I was reading said, "Oh, stop laughing. Chris isn't supposed to laugh." That was another thing that they were saying. They were like, "Oh, they were up there laughing and joking around and not talking about Sebastian." It's like, they can't have a good time. It's stupid.
Well, my question to people when they say something like that is real simple. You mean to tell me everything that's tragic in your life, you don't ever stop? You lose somebody in your life, and all you do is you just sit there and have the negative times, and you don't stop to have and reminisce. Well, I remember when Uncle so and so or Grandpa did this and Grandpa did that. Like, you don't ever do that,
Right?
Probably
Yeah,
these people
we
out
enjoyed
here.
having Katie up here. Is she holding up all right?
Like these people out here stay miserable like that, in my opinion. Like they don't understand it. Real life, I mean.
Right.
They can't. They just dwell on it.
Well, there's also a thing to say about positive affirmation. You can't live in that. You have to be positive. Like, no, he's going to come home. He's going to come home. And that's it. So there you go.
well, here's all right. So I'm not going to get religious on this aspect of this, but there's a saying, a Native American saying, that they say that when you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. But when you die, the world cries and you rejoice.
Mm. That's beautiful.
I
Actually.
believe that.
Point of view that we see that camera footage, correct?
Are you talking about the
garbage
one
truck
footage that everybody says was flashlight?
Yes,
With the
yes,
lights?
yes.
Look,
Correct.
this
Yes.
right here, you mean right here? These
Correct.
lights here?
Correct.
Yes,
those.
that's been debunked. Gray Hughes did this. This is his video, but he debunked it with Chris. Him and Chris both did.
Okay, so basically that's just the garbage truck because it's in the middle of the night. Do they really come that early in the morning at your house? I mean, it's like ridiculous if that's the truth.
So no, it's not ridiculous. You got to understand something. We're not in a city.
Right, they're outside of town.
So I live outside of city limits.
Yeah, you're not in.
Please don't jeopardize Sumner and Davidson is the same county. God, please don't.
Oh, come on now. Don't do me
No, I
like
live in Davidson. Come on. I know the difference. I know the difference.
My father lives in Davidson County, so
Yeah.
I've lived there.
Wow.
I went to Hunter's Lane. I ain't scared to say it.
You went to Hunter's Lane?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna start my jokes. You can keep going.
I already know where you're going. That's good. But no, I mean, so outside of city limits, we don't have city garbage trucks. You have to have a privatized trash company come by and pick up your trash.
Yeah.
The trash company we use has a good proportion of the county that they do the trash. And they have to start at very, very dark 30 in the morning to get to all of the routes they have to get to in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's common to see them out that early.
Okay. So this is 100% garbage, nothing else at all.
What, that's a garbage truck?
Yes, yes.
It is absolutely a garbage truck.
Okay. I just want to know. That's
Yep.
Basically a flashlight, which gave us a lot of hope that maybe that was Sebastian. And then it was just kind of like dumb luck. As they're doing this test, the cameras are rolling and a light starts moving across the monitor, and it's a guy taking his trash down and his trash can down from an elevated driveway. And I was not there, but the rest of the people went and talked to him, and he said that morning that he had forgotten to take his trash out, and he had heard the trash trucks, and with a flashlight took his garbage can, wheeled it down to the curb, and so that we believe, can't say for certain, we believe that's much more likely that's probably what that light is. But I definitely do not. I know that that's not. They'll never convince me that was a trash truck for sure.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I think that clears a lot up about that.